of the fight. And watching these two guys in the corner, Oscar Duarte looks like the more fatigued fighter. He was sitting there breathing deeply through his mouth. I was watching Kenneth Sims Jr. after that last round. Looks pretty composed there in his corner. So looks like his conditioning is holding up as we're into the 8th.
Well, when you've sparred with Sean Porter as your sparring partner, you're going to be durable and in good shape.
Good jab to the gut there by Sims Jr. And you can see that he still has a snap in that punch.
Which fighter would you rather be right now, Sergio?
Sims Jr., I'll be honest with you. Even though I might be losing, I like the snap and the punch of Sims right now. I like the bounce on the feet, on his footwork. I like the fact that he's using the ring.
Round 7, Duarte 27-96, Sims Jr. 25-60.
And that's going to be a variable when you're thinking about how to score each one of these rounds. Close when it comes to connects, but the output of Duarte for most of these rounds has been significantly higher.
Good body shot there by Sims, catching Duarte at an angle.
A little bit low on the body shot there.
The only way to beat a guy like Duarte is to catch and counter. You have to intercept his punches in between the shots. You can't let him get off. Sims has done that in spots, but it's just so difficult to do when you have a buzzsaw like this in front of you. It's a good round by Sims Jr. right now. He's making Duarte miss. You can see that Duarte's a little bit fatigued now, missing.
Still a long way to go. We're in the 8th, scheduled for 12.
Sims Jr. needs to keep picking and pecking with that jab and digging down to the body when he's on the inside. Right here, he needs to go downstairs with the Mexican.
Chance of Oscar.
There we go. See that jab right there, cutting Duarte in half? Duarte doesn't like that. No fighter likes that. The more aggressive you get, the more you gut them down there. There we go.
And instead of cutting the ring off, Duarte's just following Sims around.
Yeah, he is.
But there's that uppercut. It's still there. And now Sims needs to be stationary. Or doesn't need to be stationary.
Duarte took that round off, or Sims outboxed him. But either way, good round for Kenneth Sims Jr.
A fantastic night of boxing. There's the world-famous Navy Pier here in Chicago, Illinois. The co-main event, incredible, and the main event not far behind it. As we enter round 9, it could be one of those fights, Sergio, where it's 4 rounds apiece.
Yeah, Ken, and we expected this. Boxer versus puncher, you know, pressure versus savviness. That's the beauty of the sweet science.
Don't forget the fight. Wake up. Be great. Wake up. Okay? Look, speed. Use that jab. Keep that hand downstairs. Keep boxing turning, okay? Boxing the shit out of him.
Sims Jr. said this week that he didn't think this would be a difficult fight for him. He said, I just have to stay locked in, and I can't let Duarte have his big moment. My jab is the key.
Yeah, he thinks that Duarte and his team might have underestimated him coming into this fight. His last performance against Kendo Castaneda, not his best, got fatigued towards the end of that fight, but he said he only had a 2-week training camp to get ready for that fight after coming off an injury. This fight, full 8-week camp in Las Vegas. He feels he's at his best.
Let's see if Duarte can find his second win. Appears to be running on fumes. Good jab.
I love how Sims is boxing in circles, man. Nice foot feint right there. Body shot, both of them exchanging.
Look how close it is. Those are very similar numbers. 138 landed through 8 for Duarte. 1 less for Sims Jr. That's why the Vegas odds makers had this as a 50-50 fight pretty much. Slight edge to Duarte.
Good, better work from Duarte in the first half of this round. Keeping it on the inside, digging more to the body.
Good catch and counter there by Sims Jr.
Nice body shot from Duarte and a good flurry from Sims.
Heavy body shots by Oscar Duarte. Those are strong, heavy-handed punches to the body.
Yeah, much better round 9 here for Duarte. Good uppercut. Good right hand, a good right cross from Sims Jr.
See, that's what Sims is so good at, catching and countering. Now turning southpaw, catching and countering again.
But he caught too much there.
Because he's squared up right now. In between lefty and righty stance, and Duarte's just going to the body if he can.
And the left, a big one for Sims Jr. That might have hurt Duarte a little bit.
That rocked Duarte was a catch and counter. That's the punch I was talking about earlier, 3 rounds ago. Sims Jr. catching with that left hand and returning with that same left hand.
Duarte with that zombie mentality. Even if he's hurt, he's coming forward.
And if you remember, Duarte, when he fought Ryan Garcia, he was on the front foot. It was one hook that changed the tide and changed everything, knocking out Duarte.
Good right from Sims Jr. He heard that clicker.
Beautiful defense by Sims Jr.
What round we on, y'all? Looking good. Stay behind the jab, though. Last round.
Look at that foot feint, the power of the foot feint. Even though Duarte landed a nice right hand right there, that's what Sims needs to keep doing. Boxing, Duarte in circles, foot feinting, staying behind that jab, and of course staying off the ropes. Anytime Duarte starts letting off shots like that, overhand shots like that, those are the clean punches that the judges see in close fights.
And that left hand, you saw it just clip the chin. Those are the ones that are most devastating rather than a solid shot.
Yeah, it's a whip, the whipping effect.
Only 3 rounds to go. You know, Chris, we mentioned perhaps Duarte needed a second win. He seems to have found it.
Found it a little bit in that last round. Thought Kenneth Sims also some pretty good moments in that last round as well. But Sergio, you brought up something that I think I'm seeing more of with Sims. That's kind of squaring up a little more. Even when he's in the middle of the ring, he's squaring up more than he has in previous rounds.
Yeah, he is, because he's switching lefty and righty. I just think he should stick with one.
Let's look at Chris Mannix's scorecard through 9.
Yeah, I've got 87-84 in favor of Oscar Duarte. The output for Duarte has given him a slight edge in the last 2 of the last 3 rounds. He's won on my scorecard. Good 8th round for Kenneth Sims Jr. and a very competitive fight all throughout, but I've got Duarte up 87-84.
I gotta agree, I think Duarte has the momentum. He lands the cleaner shots, the sexy shots that are easy to see. Even though I love the work that Sims Jr. is doing, he's just not doing it for long enough to win the round. It's Duarte's heavier shots that are catching the attention.
And you said earlier that Sims Jr. had to stay off the ropes. He invited Duarte to come meet him on the ropes there.
Because he's catching and countering nicely, but whenever this fight's getting away from you, that's actually a bad look being against the ropes.
It's also fatigue.
Good body shot there by Sims Jr. on the inside. I don't think Duarte liked that shot.
Duarte just putting his head down and letting his fist fly. Good right hand for Duarte.
I still think Sims caught the attention of Duarte to the body, man.
Oscar, you got to keep the punches up, okay? No mas.
Being warned about low blows was Oscar Duarte.
Sims Jr. jabs and body shots. That's what he needs to do. He got the respect of Duarte this round. I think he hurt him to the body because Duarte hasn't really been that aggressive, and now he's getting hit with some clean shots.
Good right hand, and some of those punches look below the belt.
And this is where Kenneth Sims Jr. needs this fight to be, right in the middle of the ring.
Duarte was winning the round until that sequence. Really close rounds. Left hook on the exit there as Sims left his hands down.
And now Sims turning left-handed. I just think he's doing a good job fighting right-handed, fighting orthodox. Why give this man a chance by squaring up? You're having a good round. You hurt him to the body. You had some good licks. Win this round and let's get the momentum going. If you're Kenneth Sims Jr.
Time.
Dos rounds nos faltan, mi Oscar, ¿qué? Aquí nos tiene que enseñar, no nomás a nosotros, por a ti mismo. A ti mismo. ¿Cuánto quieres esta pinche pelea?
How do you want this fight? Do you want this fight?
Vamos,
Let's
Tienes
go.
que darle. No le des chance de respirar. Tienes
You
que
can't
pegarle.
let him breathe. You
Darle
understand that? You gotta throw those shots.
Cuídeme mucho esa abajo. No quiero un pinche punto, cabrón. No
You
podemos-
need to keep going down to the body. You understand?
Un punto. Cuide mucho
You need to
el golpe
watch out with those low blows. You
Okay?
cannot get a point deduction.
No cometes error porque no quiero que nos quiten puntos. Ahorita, I'm telling you.
Nice body shots right there. Coming up with the uppercuts is Kenneth Sims Jr. But it was a body shot that caught the attention. Beautiful shots right there. Both sides coming up with the uppercuts.
Yeah, they're hit by my side.
And Chris, what do you think about this? I just checked online for the live odds. Duarte minus 800 right now, an 8-1 favorite to win this fight.
I think Duarte's output has been a big advantage for him in this fight, but this is still, I think, very much in play for a decision for Kenneth Sims Jr.
That seems very high, especially considering Sims Jr. is the hometown fighter. We're in the championship rounds here in Chicago, Illinois. It's been everything we thought it could be in this WBA title eliminator.
Good advice in between rounds from Robert Garcia, encouraging Duarte not to just go out there and headhunt. Keep digging downstairs to the body. Mix up your punches, more diversity.
Yeah, absolutely. Because when you have someone moving so much and having good defense upstairs, you got to keep going to the ribs. You got to stop him from moving from left to right. And how do you do that? You stop him by going to the body. Keep him still. We can unleash your combinations.
Counter right just off target.
Nice turning right there by Sims Jr. See, that's what you need to do. You turn like you're dancing with your opponent. Get off the ropes and dig down to the body.
Look how close the total punches landed through 10 rounds.
Man, if you're wondering why those odds seem to favor Duarte, it's that bottom number, 749 to 576 in total punches thrown.
Sims Jr. said he was going to keep turning Oscar Duarte, and he's been doing just that. Turning him, not letting Duarte get off in front of him, using the entire ring, moving laterally, left to right, and of course popping him with that jab.
Good right hand for Duarte. And he got out of the way for the receipt that time.
Both of them exchanged hooks right there, left hooks. Duarte got the better of it. See that stabbing jab to the body, that's what stops you. Stops your opponent from coming forward. You keep annoying him with that jab down there. Kenneth Sims Jr. is getting a little bit too brave exchanging with Duarte. Both fighters just missing big shots in exchanges.
Maybe he feels that Duarte's lost some steam off his punches and he can take the shots now.
No, I understand that, but when you're doing well, controlling and dictating, that's how you win this fight. You stay in control. You execute your game plan. You don't go fire for fire with a fireman.
Stop at the bell.
Good round for Duarte.
Luego este pinche era un chingón, ¿eh? No me le des nada de respeto ni nada
Don't
de
give him
distancia.
no respect.
Pégatele, tíramele aquí 2, 3 y cierra con los de arriba.
3 shots
Aguantar
downstairs, then go
los
looping over the
rectos
top.
también. 1, 2, 1. 1, 2, 1. Métasele.
And I
no
need you
te
to go
vayas para
1, 2,
atrás.
1.
Voy a-
Don't step back. 1, 2, 1, and stay inside.
Good job. Last round.
Por favor, no tienes golpe abajo, güey. Porque no quieres quitarle puntos.
But you got to keep going downstairs, but watch out for those low blows. You don't want a point deduction. Exchanging hooks right there. That's what I'm talking about with Sims, that he wants to avoid changing hooks with a hooker right there.
The last round. And it could hang in the balance. You never know. Duarte, as he's always been, on the front foot. He's the aggressor. He's taken the fight to Sims.
Yes, he has, but Sims Jr. has been boxing nicely on the back foot. This is what we talked about earlier. Beautiful, perfect clash of styles between boxer and puncher.
Let's look at Chris Mannix's unofficial scorecard.
Yeah, I've got Oscar Duarte up 106-103. A close, competitive 11 rounds that I edged Duarte based on the power shots. And again, the output was just higher. But there have been a lot of competitive rounds in this fight. Right now, my scorecard favors Oscar Duarte 106-103.
Good body shot there by Sims, but I have to agree. Duarte's just his pressure and his volume. Even though Sims Jr. has had great moments, clean shots, it's always Oscar Duarte on the front foot, pushing the fight, landing body shots.
Minute 45 left. A possible title opportunity up for grabs. Duarte said this would be the biggest win of my life, no doubt about it. Sims promised to deliver the performance of his life.
Great performance by Kenneth Sims Jr., I'm not gonna lie, but it's not enough in my opinion, because Duarte right now, even though it's a tight fight, is Duarte on the front foot. Not enough body shots coming from Kenneth Sims Jr. I think if anything, if he did get the respect, it was after a body shot, but he stopped going downstairs.
There was a body shot from Sims Jr.
I said it before the fight, if he's gonna hurt Duarte, it was gonna be a shot to the midsection.
Yeah, in a competitive fight with comparable punches landed, two things that can stand out to judge to edge them. One is who is the aggressor, and two, who is throwing more punches.
And now you see Sims Jr. catching and countering. It's just too little, too late. I mean, these are the chances he needed to take earlier in the fight.
This crowd is eating it up. Half a minute left. Good check left hook from Sims. He just hasn't been active enough so far in the 12th.
Good body shot on the inside there by Sims.
Who do you like? Both men will think they've won it. Oscar Duarte climbing the ropes. Kenneth Sims Jr. climbing the ropes. Will the judges appreciate the aggression and output and power of Duarte, or the slick boxing and flurries of Kenneth Sims Jr.? Well, rising heavyweight phenom Moses Itamwa takes on the body snatcher Dillian White in a career-defining clash. Itamwa just 20 years of age. White looking to reestablish himself once again as a heavyweight title contender. It's live from Saudi Arabia on DAZN pay-per-view. Buy it now. Well, Sergio, could you make the case that Kenneth Sims Jr. won this fight?
Probably not, but it was a damn good performance. I mean, he executed like he said he was going to execute it. He said his jab was going to be the key. He was going to dictate, and he did just that. But he let Duarte, steal some close rounds. He didn't catch and counter enough. But all in all, I mean, I think he executed nicely, man. It's a tight fight, a close fight, but I still got to sway to Oscar Duarte.
Duarte said in camp with Roger Garcia, he's worked a lot on his footwork and his conditioning. And despite looking like he was fading in the 7th or 8th round, Duarte really closed strong.
Yeah, he did. And I think Sims Jr. went away from the body shots. I think if he hurt and got the respect of Duarte, it was a left hand to the body. The jab was there, the movement was there, the game plan was there for Kenneth Sims Jr., but not enough body shots. That was going to be the key here, the jab and going downstairs. I think he got the jab, he just didn't go downstairs enough.
Well, either way, a very memorable night for Kenneth Sims Jr., who's fighting at home for the first time in 16 years when he was an amateur. I think both men, Sergio, correct me if I'm wrong, fought as well as they could fight.
100%.
It's just Duarte, according to you, was a little bit better.
100%. That's the reason you see smiles on both their faces, because they both did what they trained to do. They executed their game plan. There's nothing to be ashamed of here on either side.
All right, who got the win? Joe Martinez has the decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 12 rounds of boxing, we go to the scorecards. Here are the judges' totals. Judge Al Gallardo scores at 114, 114 even. Judge Nathan Palmer, 116, 112. Mike Fitzgerald, 115, 113. Your winner by majority decision, de Parral, Chihuahua, Mexico, Oscar Migraño Duarte.
And there you go. That's exactly how we saw it. 114, 114 was a draw, but either way, close fight. Kenneth Sims Jr. hung in there, but ultimately it was the buzzsaw from Chihuahua, Mexico, Oscar Duarte, that was able to get through, fight through, and get this decision.
The biggest win of his career and maybe the best performance of his career.